We're in today with the legendary HD 7990. This is a 2013 video card from XFX. It's got 2048 shaders, 3 GB of VRAM GDDR5, running at 1000 MHz per core, 1500 MHz on the memory clock, 384 bits bus width, and today we're gonna pair it up with this i7-6950X with 10 cores and 20 threads. The best thing I can do for the video card is just jump in a couple of games similar with what I've done with the SLI and see how it's performing. Let's go. Just so you understand the performance this video card is got compared to the GTX 460 2-in with dual core and the GTX 560 Ti. So GTX 560 Ti had around 70 FPS and 460 just shy under 120 FPS. So it's very interesting to see this 2013 video card, how it's performing in GTA 5. It's got a lot of power comparing to those ones. So only 2 years difference, and look how much power it can offer in this game. The gap between the video card and the game, it's 2 years. So in this situation, the GPU was launched in 2013 and the game 2015. So there is 2 years after the video card was launched. So even like that, it still performs really well. But compared to the 2011 GTX 460 2-in, this is like a slam dunk, seriously. But nevertheless, I got 160 FPS here. I got a lot of it theoretically should give me a lot of stutter, but I don't have the stutter. I got 140 150 FPS. It's doing a fantastic job. Allocation, how much I got? Allocation 1.5 and 900 process. This is the generic standard resolution, normal quality. It's not lowest quality, it's normal quality. But with that 460 I had the same wattage, 450 watts, and I have here almost the same, and I got more performance. It's not bad how the GTX 460 was holding, but considering the price that video card is got, and this one, I will say this one is better, seriously, if you're interested on an old operating system with retro games. So 7990 is still available. I mean, available, it's more achievable than a 460 2-in. I like this, seriously. I like the performance this video card is offering, even though it doesn't reach 100% load on the core because I'm on normal settings. But if we're jumping in maximum quality, you're gonna see totally different performance. This is insane, seriously. All right, let me check something. I want to see if even advanced graphics is put on. Oh, we're going to put it on. Long shadows, high resolution, everything turned on at maximum. The 7990 dual GPU Malta, yeah, it's a beast of a video card, you know, but it's marketed. Look at it. It says it's got 6 GB of VRAM, but it's not. It's 3 GB per GPU, you know, but because of the Crossfire profile, it allows you to see it like this. I like the performance, and back in the day, I mean, everybody's saying that this monster of video card in GTA 5 with Crossfire, with this profile, apparently is working on 1080p, because this is a 1080p video card if you want to play the games properly, with ultra settings that I'm now, DirectX 11, everything is turned on at maximum. I need to have over 60 FPS. That is the commercial. That's everybody. Oh, it needs to work with 60 FPS plus. Does it have 60 FPS plus? Let's do a reset. A reset, Daniel. Yeah, 80 FPS. Let's see. Does it hold 80 FPS? Because if it's 80 FPS, that's a nice performance. All right, so let's take a look on the loads. 97% on the first core, 83 on the second one, 61 degrees. But I maxed out the fan because this is a very gentle video card. It breaks very easy. No overclocking, no boosting. You have to be, you know, you just wrap it up in a bag, make sure it doesn't breathe, and in order to maintain this video card in your collection, you have to either use it or take out the air and keep it in a box somewhere, because that's the only way it can survive. So seriously, I already got 3 video cards like this dead. 3 of them dead. I'm looking now on seriously on a BGA machine in order to see if I can learn or practice on doing some reballing in order to revive some video cards, because some of them like this, they just sit there and they die. Okay, it works really nice in GTA 5. Seriously. Does it have 60 FPS on it? Yeah, 73 on average. So I'm gonna give the GTX 460 to win a benefit of the doubt based on the price, because this was less expensive. So this video card, when it came on the market, it was $1,000 in 2013. Yes. Now, if you go on a website or whatever, local market website or eBay or some platform online where you can buy them, it needs to be around $200-300 this video card, or even less if you're lucky. I got lucky a couple of times, and I'm counting my luck there in the situation, but some of them already died and pisses me off. Regardless, so the drop on the video card on the price, it's around what, 60-70% on the video card based on the zone you are. Now comparing it to the 460, that will increase in the price. Look at the performance. So the GTX 460 in GTA 4 with normal quality on 1080p, it had 160 FPS. Now I got 194 as an average. I got minimal 170 and 70 on 1%. Allocation on the VRAM is not a lot because I'm on lowest quality and process 250 megabytes of VRAM. This is meant for games, for all video cards. You know, like 8 series, 9 series, 10 series, 100 series, 200 series, you know, all video cards in the situation. So yeah, it's kind of cool to see this legend of a video card running with this game, because there is a 5-year gap. Now, it's actually backwards, because the game was launched in 2008 compared to this 2013 video card. So the gap is good. I will play games like this on my brand new video card. I mean, 5 years old game that I bought so I can max it out. Can I max it out? Well, let's play it, because now you can see I got 192 FPS on average. Beautiful. Actually, it's only 30 FPS more than that GTX 460. Here comes the performance of this video card. Now, the problem with the 460 to win with dual core BGA, yeah, it had 1 gig of VRAM, and that was the problem. Here, it's allocating over 1.1 in this situation. It doesn't stutter, and that video card had a very nice performance on the low quality, because it was not maxing out the texture. But when I put it on maximum details, the 460 to win had 28 FPS. Because of known problems here with the VRAM, I got 67 FPS with a lot of dips, because this is Crossfire, and the profile with this, you know, it's not bad, you know, but it's got some hiccups here and there, you know. So yeah, I got maximum load on the first core, this is good, and 60% load on the second one. Temperature, it's 60 degrees with 100% fan speed. I put it on fan speed on maximum because I don't want any problems, but all in all, I can say this is an awesome performance. I can adjust this because everything is turned out at maximum, so I can adjust a little the view distance, put some different type of settings, play with them, and I can make this on 60 FPS without any stutter and low consumption, because I'm already passing 400 watts and it's not very ideal. So overall performance in GTA 4 with this, it's spot on. Is it better than a 462 win? Yes. It's not a grudge, it's just that stupid price that video card is got. And I'm gonna make so many videos, and I'm gonna put that video card on a stool and say, you know what, look what I can achieve without not getting this video card. Seriously. How many things they are better than this? I find it as a mistake, seriously. Regardless, let's jump in another game. Definitely an interesting question to ask. Does it run Crysis on this video card? Well, no, of course it does. Oh, look at it. Look at the profile. It's there in the corner. It says AMD Crossfire X technology. Yes, please. So hundreds of FPS. I don't have the core on maximum. Wait. 80% load on the core. 56 degrees. That's actually good for this. Kind of cool to see this performance from this video card. Quality is spot on. Only 900 megabytes of VRAM allocated. On the system side, only 10% load on the CPU with 8.6 gig of system RAM. Averages, let's do a reset, because I've seen 11 FPS on minimal, and I don't think it's 11. I think it just preloaded something. It does a fantastic job. Minimal, it's, I don't know, hopefully it's gonna be over 60 because that's the amount of FPS I'm interested in this situation. I had with the GTX 460 60 FPS on maximum details. Now if I have 120 FPS, double the performance in this case with this video card. Old age question, does it run Crysis compared to the GTX 460 to win? Apparently yes. So in between this video card and the Crysis there is a 6-year gap. 6 years. I mean 2007 Crysis was launched, and 2013 this video card came and said, you know what, we can max out this game on 1080p aside from anti-aliasing. I'm actually curious with 100 over 100 FPS on average is good. A stable 100 FPS, it will be fantastic. There's a lot of bushes, you can actually see texture and stuff that drops the FPS, but if I do this average really nice, I'm on over 100 FPS. I would really like to activate anti-aliasing to see how much is gonna drop, because usually there is gonna be very demanding on the video card. So without anti-aliasing you have a standing chance. With anti-aliasing on 1080p you're done. I have to put air conditioning in the room whenever I start this. So with anti-aliasing, oh my god, this is so sharp. 70 FPS. So if it's staying around 70 FPS it's kind of cool. 60 FPS was with the GTX 462 win. Yeah, dual core BGA, very expensive model, and apparently there I barely managed to get 60 FPS with anti-aliasing disabled on 1080p maximum details. But here you can see it's capable of. I mean, it's got a lot of headroom because the second core was not maxed out, and the first core almost 1.1 voltage, 1000 megahertz on the core, and the second one only 950 underclocking because it's not maxed out. So whenever it's reaching 70% load, it goes to 1000 megahertz. If not, downclocks everything. I did not disable ULPS or something, or how it's called, you know, the ultra low power state or something like that. There is in MS Afterburner that option that you can disable that state for the video card and it will run on maximum. That's what this supposed to do, but I seen it disabled and still going low on the frequency. So yeah, it doesn't influence sometimes. I remember with the 460 and the GTX 560 Ti I had problems with the video card on ultra. I'm not gonna go on lowest quality because I know it's gonna do maximum FPS, so I put it on 1080p with maximum quality, and voila, look at this, it's doing a fantastic job. This is what I want from this. This is the most important performance I can ask from this. Wait. Maximum quality, 167 FPS on average. Not bad for this. It's doing exactly what it needs to do. This is a totally different performance test when you're in the air with this video card with the Crossfire. I got only 50% load on the core of the video card. I got 1.6 gig of VRAM allocation. It's not bad considering it's on Crossfire. It's very good performance from the video card, but it's not justifying the Crossfire. I'm the artillery in the air, seriously. I took this rocket in the air and I parachuted so I can defend the air with this. Can't say nothing bad about the combination. I like how it's holding. This is what I need, 100, but it makes no sense if I have only 140 FPS when it's not maxed out on the core. If I don't have this amount of load on the core, at least give me the FPS. VRAM, only 1.5 gig of VRAM, it's not bad. This is actually a good performance from the video card. Quality spot on, so not lots of complaining on this situation. The video card, the profile is doing the job. Temperature is still holding really nice. 126 FPS on average. Currently it's dropping to 80 FPS whenever I'm in the CT explosions. Maybe that's what I need in this case to play the game and be in more fights in order to see if it's dropping more in this case. Look at that, 120 from 80 FPS. I mean, you have to decide in this case, seriously. Shit, somebody's here. Come down. This is where we want to be. Look at that, 94 FPS. I did baby! I can say Far Cry was a little demanding on those Fermi video cards, but with this HD 7990, it's kind of interesting. In this situation, the video card is doing a fantastic job. There is a difference between this game and this video card. I mean, the video card was launched in 2013 and the game 2012, so it was kind of early. So the advantage needs to be on the video card side because it's newer than the game. So if I go on maximum quality like I'm now, but I do remember this is DirectX 9, so I can put versus older video cards so I can see how it performs on same resolution and same quality. But on lowest quality I will never try it, but with maximum here you can actually see it's doing a fantastic job. Versus that GTX 460 that I had 66 FPS, and here I got 87 FPS on maximum details. It's not bad, it's actually a fantastic quality with this type of game. It's working really nice. It's allocating 1 gig, almost 1.1 gig of VRAM in this situation. It's processing around 600 megabytes and the temperature is around 65 depending on how you set up the fan. In this case the CPU, it's utilized 45% on the CPU side. It's utilizing the CPU. I got nearly 10 gig of system RAM, 9.1 it's almost there with 14.3 gig of virtual memory. Quality is good, performance is good, so overall performance it's not bad. When this game was launched was with $50, and now in 2026 you can find it with less than $5 if you are interested. Far Cry 3, $5, this video card depending on the zone, a couple of hundreds depending on how you can manage to find a deal. So I will say it's a big drop on the value of the game. Is it worth having a game like this? Yes, if you have a video card like this, it's worth it because it's Crossfire compatible, it's got a profile, it's working really nice. So I will call this a win for the video card. This is how it needs to work. If I remember correctly, in Watch Dogs with the Fermi video cards, I had problems. Why, Daniel? Well, because I had only 1 gig of VRAM. But now on lowest quality 1080p, I had a great revelation on the performance side. Look at that, 2.7 allocation and 1.6 process. So on lowest quality, in order to get the performance without any stutter, look at this, 144 FPS or 45 on average. If it's holding there, I'll be very surprised, seriously, because with the GTX 460 I had around 70 FPS on average on lowest quality. That's not a lot because of the VRAM. So even though the performance on the core was spot on, because of the VRAM, it only managed to reach 70 FPS on average. I will call that a win for the video card because it did manage to deliver, considering the age of the video card, considering how much it costs. I will say, you know what, you did your job, but this is low quality. So I have 140 FPS on average in this case. Yes, so I will be very curious how much VRAM is gonna eat in this situation on maximum quality, because I got 3 gig of VRAM per core in this case. Yes, so I don't know if it's pooling, you know, if it's like in GTA 5 it says, you know what, we're gonna use 6 gig of VRAM. You don't have 6 gig, only 3 gig of VRAM, but maybe this game knows how to allocate it properly. We're gonna see 139 FPS on average. It's good, seriously. It looks okayish even on lowest quality. So if I want to play the game, I can do it like this because it's a fantastic performance from this. I love that the frame time is flat. That's a fantastic thing to see, seriously. So 139 FPS on low quality. I'll take it. All right, let's see maximum quality. What do we got here? So with the GTX 460 I had 30 FPS. Now with this 7990, because it's got 3 gig per core, 2.7 2.8 gig of VRAM allocation and 2.1 process, nearly 500 watts consumption and 75 FPS on average. VRAM matters in this situation. So comparing an old video card, an old Fermi video card with this, apparently 1 gig of VRAM doesn't cut it in a game like this. You need a lot of VRAM. Very demanding. It doesn't look bad, seriously. It looks okay. See, it's kind of cool to see water effects, old game like this, how it's running. very flickery on the jacket. I don't know if never done it. And yeah, but it's okay, you know. For an old game like this, I will call this a win, seriously, because it's doing a fantastic job, the Crossfire. So nearly 500 watts, VRAM almost maxed out. So Watch Dogs with an HD 7990, it's actually a good pair. Seriously, it's actually a good pair in this case, and I freaking love it. You can actually see the load on the core is 100%, 50%, 100%, 50%. I've seen it on the graph there, see 90, 90 something, 70, 100. It's very intermittent. The ambient sound, the tune, the colors, it's like I can smell the radiation through the monitor. No, I'm joking. So, okay, so hear me out, because this is very important. This is a pure example of the game that requires just a little kick over 1 gig of VRAM. So it's got 1.3 gig of VRAM allocated in one process. This is important. 500 watts consumption and maximum load on the cores. 200 FPS in some situation. 180, 79. We're gonna see how much it's gonna average, but it's doing a fantastic job, this video card in this game. Crossfire profile active is doing the job. So the difference between this game and the video card is around 4 years. So this game came in 2009, 2013 video card, but you need to understand, it's kind of cool to see a video card like this, a legend of a video card like this, going back 40 years and saying, you know what? I'm gonna give you the best 199 FPS. Look at this. This is how you need to play it. 196 FPS on average, 195. I will write 195 on this occasion because it's on maximum quality, performance, with view distance, enhanced full dynamic light, DirectX, everything is turned on. I think the moment you walk around the map is gonna be less than 190. But something like that. 190 FPS. With a 7990 in S.T.A.L.K.E.R, you can have a lot of fun. I know it's not working with Crossfire. I don't have the logo. Most likely it's on window mode, but for the sake of the benchmark, I just wanted to see how well optimized the game is in order to see the performance of the video card. I want to compare it in the future with some other video cards, so maybe it's gonna be interesting, you know, to see the results. I don't have a lot of wattage because I only have one core, 340, 350 watts consumption with only one core maxed out. I mean, you can actually see this is around 60, 99% load, 60, 90, 60, 99%. I got 35 FPS with low quality. I will definitely get more FPS with frame generation. One thing that I do want to test is lossless scaling, if we manage to catch that second core, but I don't think so. You know, I don't think so because yeah, I think maybe those ports in the back, those display ports in the back, they need to be hooked on and have multiple monitors connected in order to utilize both of the video cards, even though it's got no profile in the game. Maybe because you have multiple monitors and you're making it like a mosaic or something, maybe it's gonna utilize it and use more cores. I don't know. That's a very interesting thing that I would love to do, seriously. The only way I can do it and achieve that if I have a couple of monitors that are small, put them together and see if it's doing it. Because I got a couple of video cards that are using only one core, and maybe if I hook up multiple monitors, it's gonna use them with both cores. Very, very interesting topic, seriously. So 35 FPS on low quality, I'll take it seriously. Let me show you the problem I have in lossless scaling with this video card. So usually when you have dual video cards, you can select output. But here I cannot select nothing, so I'm on fixed with 2 on the multiplier and see if it's doing something. So with frame generation, look at this. This is kind of interesting. I got 58 here with 29 FPS. It's doing something. I can feel the delay in this case. There is no problem on actually utilizing this lossless scaling, but I don't have that option on actually switching to the second core. It will be fantastic you know, the option for this video card. Maybe with older video card will be much better in this case. We got 20% load on the CPU, so that doesn't have any problem, but definitely ideal will be to have frame generation in the option activated instead of lossless scaling. This is a very good question to see if it's worth it on starting lossless scaling with this video card, but no, I think that's the only way. You want something different? Yeah, I will definitely play older games, not Cyberpunk, seriously. There's a couple of them that are similar with Cyberpunk, and those are the ones that are working with a video card like this with Crossfire, so it's worth it. I actually forgot how it's called. I actually played it every single time, and every time I play it I keep mentioning this looks like Cyberpunk. Very interesting performance from the video card. I think this is worth it to get it because it's much cheaper than that 462 win. It was cheaper than that video card, and it performs really well, seriously. I love this video card, how it's handling the games that are almost from the same years, you know, so at least from the same generation. Even if the games are older, it doesn't matter, seriously. It's doing a fantastic job. I think older games have a higher chance on having a profile for the video card and running it flawlessly. This is how it needs to be. I think after the video card was launched, I think it will be harder for the video card to have profiles. So if you get a video card from 2013, make sure you stay from 2013 or go older in the line with the games in order to benefit from this video card. I want this video card so bad in Windows XP machine, but the power supply there is not strong enough, and in the future I'm gonna change it, and I want to put this video card with older games like DirectX 9-10 games, because I have a lot of those games, and I want to see a video card like this running with older titles. This is how it was meant to be for a video card like this. I don't want this in Cyberpunk and lossless scaling because it's brutalizing the video card with 30 FPS and I get nothing, you know. There's no option for this old video card to have dual utilization, so I can benefit from the performance this video card can offer. And I think this is the bad part about new games, not being optimized for older stuff. But regardless, their loss. I think in the future nobody's gonna play the games, and if they don't do small bits and pieces like this, it doesn't make it unique, you know. So older titles will become more interesting with older hardware. That's my opinion. If you have any suggestion for this video card or for the system, or do you want to see something similar in the next couple of videos, leave a comment, smash that like button, and as usual, I'll see you very soon.